Today I will be bringing out another investment opportunity in which I have indeed invested myself. I have placed an order at 3.62 for Monday, so tomorrow. Uh, okay, so this stock, as you can see, it's trading at 3.62. If we go back on the charts, that is their ultimate low. That's their ultimate low. It's a biotech stock, so it's kind of understandable. They do not have a product, they are not profitable. They do, in fact, just spend money, right? They don't have any earnings because they do not sell anything. As you can see, the IPO was priced crazy for a biotech stock back in 2019, and we have fallen over 99% of the stock price, right? As you can see, there's these casual upswings, but this stock is a gainer, and I'll show you why. And this was all done using Ask Edgar, not NotifyMeEdgar. That's what I mean. So, okay, as you can see, we are now at the CLNN SEC filings. We can see they have 8 insider trading reports. Let's head in deeper. So, for the insider trading reports, if they would load, there you go. Options were granted at an option at a price of 3.6, 7,000 shares. Number of securities owned after 7,000. That's roughly around $21,000. And there is 8 of them, right? There's 8 different, I'm guessing, employees or directors employees that were granted stock options. Another one. And the key is that the options vest immediately upon grant. They can sell them immediately, right? If we go back to the chart, the price, they're granted at 3.6. That's only what? $21,000. Why would they dump the stock at this price? They could have granted the stock options at 4.8 or higher before. It's because they, in my opinion, and what I have actually seen in the markets happening over the last 6 months that I've caught onto this little niche, is that is an indicator the price is going to go up. They want to capitalize, and they can they don't capitalize by just immediately exercising those stock options. That's not how it works. They know that prices is going to go up in the future. And okay, you can tell me, you can ask me. You have those 8 trading reports, and you have a chart. Like how do these 8 insider trading reports give you the knowledge to say that you believe the price is going to go up? For me, it falls all in this 10 quarterly report. It's filed for the 30th of July, reporting for 30th of July, but it's just been filed very recently. So if we go on to the report, of course, you can look at the assets. There's a big stockholders deficit. 36 June 30th. Assets have fallen. So did liabilities. Paid-in capital has increased. Deficit has increased. Total liabilities have decreased, and the stockholder deficit has pretty much remained the same. So for the financial balances, they do have 6 million in common stock. What else? Cash flow is always going to be negative. They do not have any product to sell. Okay, so I mean, financial state for a biotech company, it's always pretty much going to be the same. They just spend money on their trials, trying to get approved by the FDA using the venture capital money. But what really matters in this form is management discussion of financial, not financial, but business overview, right? Where was it? They had the reverse stock split. It's right here. Yeah, recent developments of our clinical programs. That's what you should look for. For these stocks, their financial status does not really matter. Their earnings don't matter at all, because at the end of the day, they only matter when you do have a product, but they do not sell anything. Maybe they sell some sort of advancements they make, which is what these biotech firms could do, research firms. And but at the end of the day, they are highly unprofitable, and that's why the stock price goes down and down and down. As you can see, it had like a IPO of 122, and now it's at trading at 3.6, right? Another key aspect is that I will explain is that they have received guidance from the FDA regarding a potential accelerated uh, accelerated approval pathway. Uh, it was not adequate to submit an NDA submission. After having this in September 24, the price should have kind of plummeted afterwards. Yeah, I mean, it plummeted up until March because they did not have any kind of, we can say, news on that, right? Because like 8 months ago, they were told that it's not enough evidence to support an NDA submission. However, FDA provided guidance on a path to meet the standard for supporting accelerated approval, that they investigated additional data could be leveraged to substantiate the effect of their product on neurofilament light. We intend to follow the recommendation to provide data. The additional NFL biomarker collection is planned to be completed in the fourth quarter of 2025. So that's in around a couple of months, right? Which quarter is it now? Third quarter, right? No, they were reporting for the second quarter. Third quarter is almost over, right? It's over in 4, so it's over in October. That's just a month away from now. So in around 2 to 3 months, that's when they plan to kind of have this finalized test, right? And they met with the FDA in the second quarter. FDA provided feedback for 9 months of treatment. After 6 months of treatment, these analyses are planned to provide supportive data, survival model, provide analysis from the phase 2 trial data. So they did a phase 2 trial. They do have to get approved for the phase 3, if I am not wrong. Oh, there you go. European to advance into phase 3, future approval. Okay. This is very interesting. This is so similar to something I showed you previously, which I will just show you now. We actually talked about this. It's regarding another stock called LGVN, right? And they also had the phase, I think it was a phase 3, if I'm not mistaken, or phase 2. No, cleared for a phase 2 trial. Okay, that's different. The stock went up 50%. This is LGVN, insider trading. Herr Joshua granted himself $50,000 or $70,000 worth of stock options. So this is very similar, right? When you have insider trading information, there's around 8, there's like, I would say, 250,000 in stock options granted to employees, directors of this company, which was done 2-3 days ago. And if you overlook how the company is doing just by looking at this quarterly report, you can see that they have clear FDA approval feedback already for the past year, and they're kind of headed towards finalizing the last step of completing the phase 2 trial and getting approved to the phase 3 trial. The fact that they finished the phase 2 trial, they should instantly get approved for the phase 3. As soon as this altercation, this change happens, the stock price will boom. That is seen in every single stock. That is a clear positive catalyst. There's nothing else to that, right? The usual problem is with most traders unlike me and you, if you use NotifyMeEdgar.com, is that they will buy a subscription to another platform. I'm not saying their products are bad, and they will get an alert. This passed phase 2 trial. We also provide that, right? And okay, you have that knowledge. I provide that service because many other competitors do, and that's maybe something different types of investors want. But we are looking for an edge, time. And time, from what I have found and been in the market for 5 years, and specifically in these SEC filings, to my current knowledge, is within insider trading. That's your edge. Edge in the stock market is time. You need to get, you need to have information before everyone else does, and that's what our immediately vesting stock options and immediately vesting restricted stock units can provide you with that time. Okay, so now you see this, right? They're almost finishing the phase 2 trial. That's 2 to 3 months, and after that report, 8 insider trading reports with option stocks vesting immediately are granted to employees, directors, and people of the firm, right? For me, this is great. This is really very large in depth, good knowledge that you have, and you can actually make an investment based off of that. Stock has not been lower than what, 2.3. You do risk to lose 30 to 40%, but that's again like during all of these months there was no information. If we go back to here, you have the quarter, you have an 8K report as well, which is probably uh, purchase agreement. Okay. That's fine. That should not affect. And they have the earnings report. They did purchase notes though. Okay. So basically, all of these months you have 8K reports. I'm assuming they have nothing substantial in them, as the quarterly report just stated that for almost a year there was no progress made, and that but they are kind of heading towards the last step of the phase 2 trial being completed, and I think that can be very like clearly shown by the amount of insider trading reports. So I really think this is a great investment opportunity. This is not investment advice. I'm just speculating on the price. Assuming this stock is volatile and it's a small cap, it can definitely 2x, 3x easily just based on a phase 2 trial completion or phase 3 FDA approval. So use this information to your advantage. If you'd like to gain this edge on time and implement this to your investing, or use any other of our tools, I will show you our there you go. This is our service, and I do recommend you to get the standard subscription for Form 4s. You would get insider buying, option grants vesting immediately, and RSUs vesting immediately. These are the designated things that you should get. These are great. This is how I gain my edge on time, and this is how I do invest. So yeah, and if you go back at Twitter, follow us on Twitter. We're also giving out free kind of this free knowledge to people, to any people who want to invest. We're just straight out giving them that for free on our Twitter. So follow us on Twitter. We have daily posts of possible investments that you can take. So thank you for watching.